Hello, good evening everyone. Today we are going to see how the most important procedure of the entire process of IVF, that is oocyte retrieval, that is taking your mature eggs out of your body through a ultrasound guided transvaginal procedure is done. After about 10 days of gonadotropin injections followed by a trigger, we do oocyte retrieval around 35 to 37 hours after the trigger injection. At our center, entire process of oocyte retrieval is done under proper general anesthesia, so you are required to be fasted for at least 8 hours prior to the procedure. On the morning of oocyte retrieval, once you are received at the reception counter and after the necessary formality of the paperwork is done, you are escorted to the room of IVF OT, that is IVF operation theatre, and then once you are on the operation theatre, your private parts are covered with the sterile drapes. Once you are covered with the sterile drapes, our anesthetist will put you to a short general anesthesia or short sleep, which is about 10 to 15 minutes in duration. The entire procedure gets over in 10 to 15 minutes. Once you are put under anesthesia, your vagina is cleansed with just a normal saline and a transvaginal probe which has a needle guide loaded on top is inserted into your vagina, and both the ovaries are scanned to see how many mature eggs are there in both the ovaries. This is followed by putting the oocyte retrieval needle through the needle guide into the vagina and then entering one ovary to retrieve the oocytes from the mature ovarian follicles, and after one ovary is over, we direct the probe to the second ovary and the oocyte retrievals are done. This entire procedure you can observe, which is from our live videos which are attached to this discourse of mine. It takes about, as I said, 15 to 20 minutes to complete the entire procedure, and at the end of the procedure we observe for if there is any bleeding from the puncture sites in the vagina, and if there is any bleeding, all that is required is to pressure pack the vagina for 4 to 5 minutes. Almost always the bleeding stops, and then you are brought out into the brought out into your room. Within 2 hours after 2 hours of oocyte retrieval, you are ready to walk home. We will give you a cup of tea or coffee and then you are ready to walk home. After about 3 to 5 days of oocyte retrieval, then you are called again to do embryo transfer. From the follicular fluid which is aspirated into the test tube, our embryologist then locates and identifies the oocytes, and your mature oocytes are then injected or micro-manipulated with the spermatozoon obtained from your husband, and thus the oocytes are fertilized. Fertilized oocytes are then kept in a machine called as incubator, which incubates these fertilized eggs, or what is called as embryos, for 3, 4 or 5 or 6 days, and depending on the quality and the quantity of the embryos, we take a call as to on which day the embryos will be transported, how many embryos will be transferred. So this was in a very short, very simplistically stated, the entire procedure of oocyte retrieval under anesthesia done at our center. You can watch the entire procedure on the videos attached on this discourse, and if you have any questions about this, please do not hesitate to put your questions on the box mentioned below or on the number indicated at the end of this video, so that I will be able to answer your questions happily. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you very much.